Welcome to the Trust Arena in Auckland, New Zealand. It's the OFC President's Cup Match Day 2, and it's the game between Singapore Under-23 and Bodden Town of the Cayman Islands. I'm Gordon Watson. I'll be describing the action for you this afternoon, and alongside me is Mr. Miles Davis. Miles, welcome.
It's magnificent to be here, Gord.
So let's reflect on that dramatic first half after just 3 minutes. Andrew Allen squeezes ball through to Rico Brown and couldn't get a shot on target. 2 minutes later, Carl Solomon's corner floated into the far post. Good jump by Andrew Allen, and then Rico Brown from point blank range flashed it over the crossbar. Well, so often it could be that you're marked, and as we see Shamil Sharif's free kick go into the hands of Ramon Seeley. More of him later. Here's Prakash. He was taken out of the play with the yellow card on some days, and then from the free kick, yet again, Sharif, well, annoyed with himself. You're never going to beat a quality goalkeeper with that type of delivery. 17 minutes, Theron Wood nearly had Bodden Town supporters off their chairs back home, hit the inside of the post, and Singapore survived. What a free kick it was.
Beautiful free kick. As we were saying, it's probably just the wind that was coming across the pitch that just blew it that fraction too much for
24 minutes. Well, Stanley Nee almost had the ball on the back of the net. He wouldn't have known much about it. Jonathan Ebanks tried to clear his lines on the edge of the 18-yard box. You can see there Santangelo Bush saying, just knock it back to me and I'll knock it long. Then on the half-hour mark, Prakash got a side of goals, but again, too close to the goalkeeper. 32 minutes, Prakash, and then where was the marking here from Bodden Town? Ramon Seeley had to rescue Bodden from going a goal down. They just switched off at the back. And then here was this moment where Theron Wood had the ball on the back of the net, but he controlled it with his arm. He says the chest, but the replay revealed that it hit him high up on the right arm, and the score at halftime, Singapore Under-23s 0, Bodden Town 0. Join us very shortly for the second half. Well, let's reflect on an eventful second half, and it began just a minute in. Casey McLaughlin's shot, and an awkward save for Rudy Caurilla to make, but he made it nonetheless. 6 minutes later, cross came into the box, and it was awkward for all concerned. Thomas Bush had a stab at it, and then Caurilla kept it out of the back of the net with an incredible save. 7 minutes after the restart, there was this effort from Amy Rescher, and Ramon Seeley, who for me was man of the match, pulled off a great save. It was the first of a couple in this game. 63 minutes, Theron Wood got a header on it. Now Jonathan Ebanks should have put his head straight through that. Singapore were desperately trying to clear their lines. And 72nd minute, Stanley Nee going at Thomas Bush. Got plenty of pace, Stanley Nee. It's a good cross, but as ever, the goalkeeping was just too good. And then shortly before, yeah, well, that's a free kick from the first half, in fact, from Carl Solomon. So let's get some post-match reaction from first Bodden Town coach Albert McLean.
Albert, some nice cold conditions here to welcome you to Auckland in your first match in the OFC President's Cup. Were you happy with that performance out there?
Yeah, I think my team played well. We should have won the game, but as I said, the officials were very poor, and that played a big factor in the game. My team played well in the state weather. Where we from, used to this kind of weather. In my school, maybe warmer. But I think my boys then perform well. We go rest up and get ready for the next game.
Now, unfortunately, a goal disallowed at the end of the first half, and at the other end of the park, we saw some impressive goalkeeping there from Ramon. What did you think of his goalkeeping performance? Excellent.
Well, he always gives his best. He always gives you 150% effort, always.
Yeah. And next match, Auckland City FC, a win for them in their first game. Do you think that's going to be a difficult encounter?
Well, each match we play gonna be different, but we're going for the win, for the 3 points.
So Singapore played their part in this game. Let's get the views of Subramani Shunmugam.
Money, unfortunately you couldn't get a win here against Bodden Town, but were you happy with the performance nonetheless?
I'm very pleased with the boys' performance. They gave their 100%, created a lot of chances. Unfortunately, we were not able to take our chances. But nevertheless, I think the boys give their best. I'm very pleased with their performance.
Do you think we saw some improvement on their first match today?
Definitely, much improved performance this time around. Bearing in mind we didn't concede any goals, that's a good sign for us really. But having said that, we created a lot of chances in this match, which was very good to see. Unfortunately, again, we failed to capitalize our chances.
Now you've got to wait for some results over the rest of today and Friday before you find out who your next opponent is. Do you have a preference?
No preference. We are prepared to play any opponents. We're just looking forward for our next game.
Has it been a good development experience for your side?
Definitely, I'm sure the boys have learned valuable experience in the past 2 games. They know under different conditions against difficult opponents, stronger opponents, they learn something from these 2 games. Hopefully, this will benefit them in the coming games.